Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said, the key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
The kicker, Jake Bates, has this one on the tee. He'll run up and send this one away here at Ford Field. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
They run here with Rico Dowdle, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They run again with Dowdle. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now at a 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Prescott to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Prescott. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Throwing, Prescott. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. I mean, a gain of 5, and they're going to have a third down.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him. Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Dowdle is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. On the run, it's Dowdle. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Rico Dowdle, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. In motion goes Patrick. Here's Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Goff. He'll find Williams on the slant. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery, and he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 42. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Goff.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Montgomery back to the ground. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Here's Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery from 6 yards away.
And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down in bounds for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Len Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skills.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents would tell them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy, but right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Prescott. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Prescott from the gun on third.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
To throw is Prescott.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, and then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Prescott now.
Fires a slant, completes it to Tolbert.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll throw again. Prescott.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw. and they hooked up there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Going right back to Ferguson.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Options galore here, second and a few inches.
Prescott from the gun. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
To the air again, Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Goff now to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10.
To the air again, Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with with 5 seconds left. Not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for them, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 31, here's second down and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Goff. And he is caught. He's got room at the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's gone. Finding Williams once more, complete. And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Goff. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Once more, Montgomery. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Lions.
And you can bet when they were in that huddle, there was definitely some urgency because I'm sure they were saying to each other, we got to push this one in right now so we don't have to run this on 4th down, and there'll be extra bodies in the hole. That's excellent work there at the point of attack. All it takes is one little crease as he fights his way into the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum.
Brandon Cooks still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Brandon Cooks with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Aubrey now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Here's Goff. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 2. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. 7 yards there and a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
To throw is Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Brought down on the play by Deron Bland.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. A shotgun snap for Goff. This to Laporta, right side. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's Goff. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Goff. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains, wear down the clock, and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Here's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. A running play, it's Dowdle. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And able to get this out to the 25. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Lions will take over. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down 24-21. A minute 35 to go. Now they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Now Goff. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Patrick. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Caught by Montgomery. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's 1st down. Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
One last throw here for Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if he tied the game, they couldn't go any farther, they had too many injuries? I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.